I was telling about the three entities, Sat, Satchit and Satchidananda. Now let me pick up the thread from there. Now Sat is totally inert. It has no experience of either pleasure or pain. It is inert. It has no what we call it as Chetana. Chetana is the one which is capable of experiencing pain and pleasure. So that element is missing, is that it just exists. That's all. That's what we call it as Sat. Now when I come to the other end, that is Satchidananda, that is what we call it as maybe God, maybe the divine entity, anything. That itself is bliss, that itself is Ananda Swarupa. Therefore, it also is always in a state of bliss, in a state of Ananda. Now the one which is in the middle, that is Satchit, which exists, which is capable of experiencing, but is not Ananda Swarupa, yes, that is the one which is really searching for, yearning for Ananda. Now to get that Ananda, it cannot get it from the inner things because it doesn't have it. So it should have to move towards that Satchidananda, and in communion with that Satchidananda, in contact with Satchidananda, it should be able to experience that Ananda which is there in that Satchidananda. Now for that, this Satchit has to work and improve itself, develop itself, temper itself, so that it can experience that Ananda. As it is, it cannot experience, though it is available everywhere in everything. It is omnipresent. Ananda is omnipresent, God is omnipresent, fine. But we will not be able to experience unless we become good conductors of Ananda. So how to become good conductors of Ananda? Yes, that is why we are given this human form. Human form is there, and other than human form I have got animals, insects, birds and other things. This human form is called as Karma Yoni. That's the technical term what they use. Karma Yoni. Karma Yoni. And all other non-human form, they are all called as Bhoga Yoni. Karma Yoni, Bhoga Yoni. When I say Bhoga Yoni, that's other than human form. In all such lives, they can only experience, but they cannot improvise. They can only experience, but they cannot improvise. Whereas in human form, that is Karma Yoni, yes, they can experience, plus they can improvise. When I say they, it means not the body, it is the Atman which is in it. It can improvise. Whatever impurities are there in it, it can get rid of it. And whatever pure things are there, it can imbibe into it. So it is possible only when we are in human form. Any other form is not capable of doing this job. So that is why this human form is called as Karma Yoni, and it's a rare opportunity that we have got to emancipate ourselves. We are at a certain level. From that level, we can go ahead, we can improvise our purity, we can improvise our strength. That is the spiritual strength, and the spiritual purity can be attained to a very great extent in human form, not in any other form. Now while doing so, this Satchit or the Jivatman cannot do it without dependence. It cannot do things without dependence. It has to depend on the inert things which has taken the form of the Sharira, Indriya, Manas, body, the sense organs and the mind. So it depends on that very much, and using them, it can do something for its own purity, for its own strength. Now the Sharira, Indriya, Manas works as a tool. It is an apparatus, and the operator is the Jivatma. Now this is a relationship between the inert body and the conscious Atman. And using this inert body as an instrument. The conscious body improves its strength, improves or develops its purity, and over a period, it will be capable of experiencing the bliss of Sachidananda direct without any intervention. So it need not go for Sharira Indriya Manas. That's what we call as getting out of the birth and death cycle. Birth and death cycle is nothing but acquiring Sharira Indriya Manas again and again. That is reincarnation, Punarjanma. But if the Atman has reached such a stage where it can experience the bliss direct without the intervention of Sharira Indriya Manas, yes, it's free from that. It's free from the birth and death cycle, and that's what is called as Mukti, Moksha, Nirvana, emancipation, and so many things. Now to do this, the tool has to be, that's the Sharira Indriya Manas has to be used very, very diligently and properly. Unless it is used diligently, the required result will not come. Now there is one Veda mantra which addresses this particular situation problem. Yajurveda, 25th chapter, 21st mantra. Yajurveda 25.21. While speak of Yajurveda, we have got two numbers. The first number denotes the chapter number, and the second number the number of mantra in that chapter. It's all ordered and systematic. Yajurveda 25.21. If I am right, you are familiar with this mantra. Many of you maybe. If not the meaning, at least you would have heard this. That's what I feel. Let me tell it. Bhadram karnebhihi. Bhadram karnebhihi shrunuyama devaha. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಾ ಯಾವಾಗಾರು ಇದನ್ನ? ಭದ್ರಂ ಕರ್ಣೇಭಿಹಿ ಶೃಣುಯಾಮ ದೇವಾಹ.
ಶಾಂತಿ ಮಂತ್ರ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಹೌದು, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಭದ್ರಂ ಕರ್ಣೇಭಿಹಿ ಶೃಣುಯಾಮ ದೇವಾಹ. ಭದ್ರಂ ಪಶ್ಯೇಮ ಅಕ್ಷಭಿರ್ಯಜತ್ರಾಹ. ಭದ್ರಂ ಪಶ್ಯೇಮ ಅಕ್ಷಭಿರ್ಯಜತ್ರಾಹ. ಸ್ಥಿರೈರಂಗೈಃ ಸ್ಥಿರೈರಂಗೈಃ ತುಷ್ಟುವಾಂ ಸಸ್ತನೂಭಿಃ. ಸ್ಥಿರೈರಂಗೈಃ ತುಷ್ಟುವಾಂ ಸಸ್ತನೂಭಿಃ. ವ್ಯಶೇಮಹಿ ವ್ಯಶೇಮಹಿ ದೇವಹಿತಂ ಯದಾಯುಃ. ದೇವಹಿತಂ ಯದಾಯುಃ. ಯಜುರ್ವೇದ 25.21. ಭದ್ರಂ ಕರ್ಣೇಭಿಃ ಶೃಣುಯಾಮ ದೇವಾಃ. ಭದ್ರಂ ಪಶ್ಯೇಮ ಅಕ್ಷಭಿರ್ಯಜತ್ರಾಃ. ಸ್ಥಿರೈರಂಗೈಃ ತುಷ್ಟುವಾಂ ಸಸ್ತನೂಭಿಃ. ವ್ಯಶೇಮ ಹಿ ದೇವಹಿತಂ ಯದಾಯುಃ. So there are several sentences in this mantra. Now we are endowed with, as I was telling, Sharira Indriya Manas. Indriya, we have got 5 sense organs, plus a 6th one, the mind. And all this work as all put together is one Sharira, and we are bestowed with Sharira as a tool, with the help of which we are going to improvise the strength and purity of the soul. But in this mantra, they have just spoken about the ears and the eyes. It doesn't mean other 3 are left out. No, they are representative. That too, what they have spoken of is representative of all the five sense organs, plus the mind. Representative. This we call it as, in the technical term, upalakshana. Upalakshana. Upalakshana means representative. Instead of all the five organs, telling them again and again, we speak of just one. Maybe the eyes. When I speak of the eyes, it means I'm speaking of all the remaining four also. Eyes are taken as representative. Sometimes we speak of go. Go means the cow. It is an upalakshana. When I speak of go, it may be cow, but it represents all the animals. That we call it as upalakshana. Upalakshana is representative in nature, is a name given to a full set, though the name is spoken of as one. Say in mathematics we speak of sets. In that set there may be 100 elements. So we say it is represented by the first element. It doesn't mean it represents only the first element, it is representative of all the 100 elements that are there in the set. The same thing is followed here. Or we have to understand it in that way. Upalakshana. So karnebhihi. Karnebhihi. Now you are familiar with these things. When I say karnaha, karnau, karnaha, it should be karnaihi. But here it is karnebhihi. Now that is where the Vedic language differs from the usual Sanskrit language. Of course, how it becomes karnebhihi, we have got definite rules. It's not ambiguous or it's not without any proof. But the forms that the word take in the Vedic language, they are different from what they take in Sanskrit. That's why we say Vedic language is separate from Sanskrit. Of course, Sanskrit is an offshoot of Vedic language. That's okay. It's the mother of Sanskrit. Vedic language is the mother of Sanskrit, and the grammatical rules what we are following, they are totally different than that of Sanskrit. In many places, whatever is there in the Vedic language, Sanskrit has taken it. That's fine. But both are not one and the same. One glaring example is this. Karnebhihi. So with our ears. Bhadram. Bhadram, the root of it is Bhadi Kalyane. Bhadi Kalyane. This I told you in the last class. That is, the Vedic words are all derived, well defined. So the whole derivation of a Vedic word starts from the root which you call it as dhatu. So whatever is the meaning assigned to the dhatu blooms into a full meaning in the word, and it cannot be against what is there in the dhatu. It has to be in accordance with the meaning that is attached to the dhatu, and we got what is known as a dhatu patha, where every dhatu is assigned a very, very clear meaning. Bhadram, Bhadi Kalyane, I was speaking about that, and the dhatu patha, where the list of dhatus along with the meanings assigned to them is listed out, and it is very clear, and we are following that very meticulously. It is not ambiguous. It is very clear and meticulous, and we follow it in the same way, and it is all well structured. That's what we have to understand. Whereas this much of structuring, this much of precision, we don't find in any other language as far as I know. If anybody knows any such thing, fine. We are open and we shall study it and see how it is. But as far as knowledge goes, as far as the knowledge goes in the tradition, it is very clear that it is Vedic language which is unique, which has got all these features, and no other language has got it. One simple proof I can give. Including this Vedic language or Sanskrit as we call it generally, they all belong to what is they call as the Indo-European languages. That's how they classify under linguistics, Indo-European languages. So in that Indo-European languages, we have got this Sanskrit, we have got this Latin, Greek, and it's a Lithuanian, that is from Russia, and so many such languages. And they all have got almost a similar structure in derivation of words and other things. But the only one Indo-European language which has maintained its purity even today is at Sanskrit, and related to is that Vedic language. Now Greek and Latin, they have all been in a way diluted, and they are not used as they are. Most of the words from English, they have taken it from Latin, Greek and other things, and it has become English. The basic language is lost. Whereas Sanskrit and Vedic language, the basic language, the fundamental language is still there as it is in a very, very pure condition. It is not to be believed. Anybody can verify it, and if there is anything other than this, yes, that can be brought to light. So it's a well-structured language where the whole concept which is abstract in our mind is converted into a gross root of the word. Say whatever I have got in my mind, it is converted into the gross form that is called as the beginning of the word, that we call it as the dhatu, and to it we go on adding the dimensions as prefixes and suffixes in the form of letters, and finally we arrive at a word which signifies the basic meaning of the dhatu in it. That is bhadi kalyane. From there we have come to bhadram. Bhadi kalyane is the root, and the final product, final output of it is bhadram. Bhadra means that which is beneficial, that which bestows on us welfare, that which is comfortable, that which is the right usage. All those things get into that meaning. Because the basic meaning of it is bhadi kalyane. Kalyane means to make something good, to give something good. So we are bestowed with these karnebihi, the ears. Yes, we have got the freedom to use these ears as we like, to listen anything, good or bad, soothing or harsh, anything. But here we are deliberately deciding that whatever instrument that is given to us to listen, this instrument we will use only for the right purpose. That is bhadram, karnebhi, shrunuyama, shru shravane. That is the root, shru shravane. Bhadram karnebhi shrunuyama. We shall use this instrument, the part of the instrument, that is the ears, to listen to only those which are soothing, which are comfortable, which are good. Once again the whole problem starts. What is good? What is comfortable? Now it all becomes subjective. One person feels this is good, one person feels this is good. So it varies from person to person. So we need an objective definition for this good, or that is bhadram, that is which bestows us on welfare. So I have to go for an objective definition for it. And it's not very difficult, it's very simple. That which helps the soul, that's the Jivatma, to improve its purity, to improve its strength, that is good, very simple. So I can listen to good words, I can listen to harsh words. It's possible. Now when I listen to good words or words, whether they are good or not, we'll see a little later. When I listen to those words which bring out some transformation in me, so that the purity in myself increases, the strength in me increases, yes, that I call it as good word. Any word that helps me to become stronger and purer is good. This is how we define it. Is bhari, is kalyane, is welfare giving, welfare bestowing. Anything which disturbs me, maybe a lie, maybe a word of jealousy, so when I listen to it, what happens in me? I also become angry, I also become jealous. And jealousy or anger, ultimately, it doesn't give strength to me, but weakens me. It's our experience. So listening to a word of anger, listening to a lie, listening to something which is out of jealousy, yes, I'm not doing it. Because it ultimately results in my weakness. My weakness is the weakness of the soul, the impurity of the soul. One who is in anger cannot think properly. They become excited. So because of the excitement, they are not able to think properly and take a right decision. What does it mean? It means the weakness of the soul. It is not strong enough to take the right decision. In a haste, it takes some decision. Hasty decisions it takes because it's in a state of emotion. So that which causes emotion or that which is a product of emotion, yes, we define it is not good. Now after sufficient thinking and analysis, if I speak something, a word which I listen, which has come out after a lot of thinking and a lot of knowledge, yes, that gives me better status, and that we call it as good. Now this definition is not subjective but has become objective. It is result oriented. If I get this result, yes, it is good. If I don't get the result, it's not good. Simple. What is the result? The strength of the soul must increase, the purity of the soul must increase. How do you ensure it? If the soul is pure, if the soul is strong, it should be able to experience peace. It should be able to experience bliss. There should not be disturbance. It should be stable. Now that is what we call it as the result. If I am able to experience that result from what I have got it, that is called as good. The other way around. The final result, what I am experiencing, has to be peace and bliss, love and harmony. If love and harmony, peace and bliss is my experience at the end, whatever is the cause for giving that result, that we call it as good. That we call it as something which is really required. So this is how, in an objective way, we try to understand what is good. Bhadram karnebhihi shunuyama shravane. We shall listen with our ears that which is good and welfare giving. And that which is good, now we have no confusion. The one which gives this result is good. What is that result? The strength and purity to the soul. If I become more strong inside, yes, whatever has given it, that is my good thing. That is a good listening what I have done. That is a good thing what I have implemented in my life. That is a good transformation that has taken place in me. For anything you can add that good as an adjective. But it depends upon the result what it gives. The result has to be peace, bliss, harmony, love. That's the definition. Which doesn't give, okay, the opposite, we call it as bad. That is, we call it as the misuse of the sense organ ear. We have misused it. It's not just misuse, we may call it as abuse also. We have abused it. Let us not abuse it. Let us make the proper use of it. Now once again, what is proper? That which gives this result is proper use. That result, that is peace, bliss, love and harmony. So bhadram karnebhi shunuyama devaha. Devaha are people who are intelligent. Let us become intelligent and use our ears for our improvement, for our strength, for our purity. Devaha. Once again it has got a root. Divu, Krida, Vijigisha, Vyavahara, Dyuti, Stuti, Moda, Mada, Swapna, Gati, Kanti. These all the different meanings with which that word Divu is used. That's one root which conveys these 10 meanings. Any one or all. Divu, Krida, Vijigisha, Vyavahara, Dyuti, Stuti, Moda, Mada, Swapna, Gati, Kanti. Kantishu. That's Kantishu is the plural form of Kanti. These are the 10 things. Krida. Krida, the direct meaning is to play, where our concentration rests. That is, it attracts us and we will indulge in that. That's Krida. Vijagisha, wish to win. Vijigisha is wish to win. Wish to be successful. Vyavahara, transactions. All give and takes. Material and non-material. Krida, Vijagisha, Vyavahara. Dyuti. Dyuti is light. Physical and the light of knowledge.
Dyuti va?
Both. Huh?
Duti.
Dyuti.
Dyuti.
D-Y-U. Dyu.
Ah.
Dyuti. Stuti. Stuti is to list out the different properties. The general meaning of it is to praise. To praise. Praising is not just boasting about a thing, but it is to list out the properties that it has got. Stuti, Dyuti, Stuti, Moda. Moda. Moda means that which pleases us, that which is pleasing. Harsha, we say Harsha. Moda and Harsha are one and the same. Enjoy. Mada, Moda, Mada. Mada means to be stubborn. To be stubborn. Not yielding easily. Not yielding easily. Mada. Swapna, to dream. Kanti. Kanti is to desire. Gati. Gati is moment. Divu, Krida, Vijagisha, Vyavahara, Dyuti, Stuti, Moda, Mada, Swapna, Kanti, Gatishu. So here in this particular thing, we are interested more in that Vijigisha. Vijigisha. That is one who is interested in winning. One who wants to be successful has to be very careful how they use their sense organs. If we use or abuse our sense organs, we can never be successful. We'll get into a lot of problems and cobwebs. But if we use our instrument in a very proper way, in a very diligent way, yes, we can be successful. We'll be close to success. Vijigisha. Of course, other things also we can fit in, but Vijigisha fits in the best. Devaha, the one who is interested in being successful in his human life. How a person can be successful in his human life? Only when they achieve the purpose of this human life. What is the purpose of this human life? That is to improvise, to strengthen the soul, to purify the soul, because this is a rare opportunity which cannot be done in any other lives. It's only in human form it can be. So that is the very purpose of human life. It's not just to eat, drink and enjoy and die away. No. That any animal can do it. In any form it can be done. Nidrahara Bhaya Maithuna. That's the common instincts. Nidra is to sleep, Ahara is to eat and drink, Bhaya to protect ourselves from different fears, Maithuna to reproduce, procreate. Yes, it happens in any animal. What's the difference between other animals and the human form, the human animal? The whole difference is in its capacity to increase its own strength, its own purity, which no other animal can do it other than the human animal. Now, if we do that, yes, we are human beings. If we don't do it, we are as good as any other animal. It's a rare opportunity. So, when we achieve this rare opportunity, when we utilize this rare opportunity to the best extent possible, yes, we are close to success. Vijigisha. Devaha. That is, those who are aware of this rare opportunity and make the best use of this opportunity and use properly the instrument that is given to them. One of them we are discussing is the ears, to listen. The apparatus to listen. Yes, we are successful. The whole human life has become purposeful and we utilize it in the right way. Bhadram karnebhihi shunuyama devaha. So we are taking a vow that we being devaha, that is those who are interested in success, yes, we shall use our ears to listen to only those things which are beneficial, which bestows on us the peace, the bliss, the love and the harmony. Other words, yes, whatever time is spent in listening to all the other words is a mere waste of time and energy, and let me not do it. Bhadram karnebhihi shunuyama devaha. It's a determination what we are getting into. We determine that we shall always listen to that which is beneficial to us. It's a rare opportunity. If I miss 1 minute, 1 minute is gone. Whatever minutes they tick out, I'm not able to get it back. It's gone. It's a very serious resource, what we have got. All resources, if you lose, we can get it back, but not time. Time is such a great resource. When it is lost forever. Even if I pay crores of dollars, I cannot get back 1 moment back. Gone is gone. See, that's the value of time. And maybe I have got, say, if I live my full life, maybe 100 years, that's the end of it. So every moment becomes precious to me, and every moment I want to make the best use of it, and I don't want to waste even a single minute. Now this determination is that word. Bhadram karnebhihi shunuyama devaha. Now this is a way I want to be successful, this is a way I want to make this whole life purposeful, and I shall listen to only those things that are beneficial and healthy, good. Now these words are not now ambiguous, it's very clear. Depending upon the result what you get, we call it as good and healthy and that is beneficial. Bhadram karnebhihi shunuyama devaha. Bhadram pashyema akshabhiryajatraha. We are also known as yajatraha. Devaha is the one what we saw in the previous line. In the second line it is yajatraha. Yaja, we have got a root. Yaja Deva Puja Sangati Karana Daneshu. Yaja Deva Puja Sangati Karana Daneshu. That's the root. Don't get confused. Deva Puja is not worshipping. Whatever we do as yajna is called Deva Puja. It's the other way around. Right. Yaja Deva Puja Sangati Karana Daneshu. That's the root. Yajno vai Shreshtatamam Karma. This also I told earlier. Yajno vai Shreshtatamam Karma. All the best deeds are called as yajna. It need not be an altar invoking fire and saying swaha, swaha, swaha. Of course, that's also yajna. but only that is not yajna. All good deeds, all best deeds. I'm a teacher. I teach in the best way. Yes, my teaching is yajna. Anything, for example. I'm a singer, let me say. I sing in the best way possible. I always concentrate on singing better and better and better. Yes, I'm into an yajna. I cook, fine. I cook it with my heart and soul. I cook it the best way possible. I put all my efforts in it and try to make it best. Then my cooking is yajna. I'm talking to you and explaining to you something. I put my heart and soul into it and try to do it in the best way possible. Then this lecture itself is yajna. You concentrate on this and try to acquire the knowledge what is there with all your concentration, focused mind, and do it the best way. Then your listening is called yajna. That's the widest meaning what you have got for that yajna. And doing so, what you are doing is tra, yajatra. Tra means trying palane. That's the root. Trying palane. Palana is we are protecting ourselves. By doing a thing in the best way possible, what we are doing is we are protecting ourselves. If I do a thing in a haphazard way, in a disorganized way, yes, we will be in a mess. It's anybody's guess. If I do a thing in the best way possible, yes, I am in a better position and the whole situation will be under my control. That's closer to Vijikisha, desire to succeed. Yajatraha, that is, those who protect themselves by doing good deeds in the best way possible. Yajatraha, we shall all be that. And being so, what we'll do is Bhadram Pashyema. Bhadram, again, Bhadi Kalyane, Pashyema, Drishir Prekshane. That's the root. That is to see. Drishir Prekshane. Akshibhi. Akshibhi with our eyes. So by using our eyes, we shall see that which is really good and beneficial. Now what is good and beneficial? We have already discussed. The final result, if it is peace, bliss, love and harmony, yes, that which gives that is good, is the best. If it gives irritation, if it results in disturbance, if it results in discomfort, please note that is not good. Look at the result, what we have got. Yes, I have experienced peace. By listening to these words, by listening to this sound, yes, I am a bit comfortable. I am settled. I am able to experience peace. Excellent. Whatever you have listened to, that is good. Say, I heard this. After listening to this, I got disturbed. I got annoyed. Yes, something is wrong. What you have heard is not good. It's a very simple way of understanding, and it is very, very objective and not subjective. It's the same thing for all people at all places at all times. If you are annoyed, if you are disturbed, yes, what you have listened to is not right. If it has helped you to experience peace, if it has helped you to reduce your disturbance, it has helped you to experience love and harmony, yes, you have heard the right thing. And that is good. This we have to check at every step of our life. Whatever we listen to, we have to check whether we have listened to the right thing, the good thing or not. Bhadram Pashyema, we shall see. The same thing we are applying to seeing here. Bhadram Pashyema Akshabhir Yajatraha. So being people involved in doing good deeds and protecting ourselves and the surroundings around us, we shall see that which is worth seeing. Eyes can see anything. It has no discrimination. If there is light, yes, we can see anything. But the discrimination is not in the eyes, but it is in the soul, which is using the eyes as a tool. Tool is impartial. Tool has no discrimination. But the one who uses the tool has to apply the discrimination. and that is me. Who? Yajatraha. One who protects myself and the surroundings and the whole world by involving in the best deeds. Being so, I shall look at only that which is auspicious, which is beneficial, which is good. And the definition of good and auspicious, it is objective and not subjective. If you go for a subjective definition, yes, we can never settle down to one answer. Because 100 people feel in 100 different ways. They are right in their own places. But when you look at it objectively, the whole picture changes, and it's the same for all. Bhadram pashyema akshabhiryajatra. So 50% of the mantra is over, another 50% is there. We'll continue it, that is today here for me it is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday for me, Thursday night for you. Thursday night for you and Friday morning for me. We shall continue the other part of the mantra. We have done up to 50%. And the force with which this mantra has to be chanted, with meaning. By understanding the meaning of it, please feel it, experience. Bhadram karnebhi shrunuyama devaha, bhadram pashyema akshabhiryajatraha. There is some force in that. It dictates the way we look at, it dictates the way we listen to things. And that's very important. And that brings out a positive transformation in us. And we are able to apply our discrimination to the best extent possible to what to listen, what to see, what to smell, what to taste, what to touch. All the 5 organs, how we have to apply them, use them, the tools in the best way possible is given here, the instructions are given here. And this we are taking it as Pashyema, we shall do it, we shall determine to do it. That's how we are going to do it. Okay, let us be thinking about it for a day or two and let us continue about it. Thank you.
ధన్యవాదాలు.